Hello, everyone, and welcome to the How You Been podcast, episode 4. Today, we have a wonderful guest and wonderful alumni, Mary Lorette. She's also a wonderful co-worker, guys. We have a lot to talk about with you guys today. So without further ado, I'm your host, Simone Cummings.
And I am your co-host, Dean Gossett.
So let's get into it. Mary, how have you been?
Hey y'all. I've been doing really good. I'm an alumni from Augusta University, and I am also a coworker of Simone here. We both work with Open Mic Performance Pro in Augusta, Georgia, and that's how we met. And I'm really happy to be on really like my first podcast. So this is really cool.
Yay. I'm super excited to have you here too. Because I think I chose Dean, or Dean chose me, more than likely.
We chose each other.
We chose each other.
It was destiny.
Fate, if you will. Because you have a super bubbly personality. I have a super bubbly personality. And Dean,
I'm me.
Yeah, Dean is me. So we're all gonna flow right with it. So when did you graduate AU?
I'm so sorry. It was been about 2 years. So I graduated December 2022, and I graduated with my BA in communication. It's been it's weird how like time goes by really quickly, because I had to think about it. I was like, okay, it's 24 now. So
yeah, time doesn't feel real to me at all. And I graduate May, and so in a couple weeks, and
it'll be over.
And yes, it'll be over. Like, I don't want to say finally. I've enjoyed my time here at AU, but
you can say finally and still enjoy your time.
This is true. Even though I didn't technically pay for it, scholarships have paid for it. Just the idea that every year I get a bill for, hey, you got $5,500 you owe to the school. I hate that. So what was your experience like at AU?
I loved Augusta University. I actually had a couple different majors, and so I started off in kinesiology. I was like 19, so just right out of high school.
Yeah.
And I was going to be a dietitian. I was like, oh no. And I love that department. And then I went to psychology, and I kept that as my minor. But until I found communication, that was like, it was kind of like a huge, like, for me, at least that like major, it just made sense for me, because I was like, okay, like it was everything I was kind of interested in and really excited to study. But I love the faculty and the professors. Like I had, when I went here, just especially like just the professors, like, and administration, just amazing. Like they really cared about, how their students were doing, how they enjoyed the class. They're really good with feedback, or anytime I'd be like, okay, what is this? Which would happen a lot. They were always really nice of explaining what was going on, and just like really patient. So I got I just loved AU. I really miss it. Like not the finals aspect of the stress before, graduating, kind of like what you're going through right now. But just coming back here today, I was like, I had a little bit of like nostalgia. I was like, this is really cool. I'm coming back to the TVC lab. I know exactly where it is. Like, this is awesome.
Who was it that we talked to? I think it was the previous episode. We were talking about like how he was mad that he didn't have any of the equipment.
Oh, that was Brianna's friend. I can't remember his name, but I know it starts with a D. I think it was like Dylan. Demetrius, hold on. She's got to peek in and tell us, yo.
Darius.
So,
he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a super cool dude. So I hear you started off in kinesiology and a dietitian. So why like dietitian work? Maybe you were just interested in it. I just don't know.
At that time, I was really interested in like food study. Now I like, not gonna lie, I ate Doritos for breakfast this morning. So
no comment.
But it's not always like that. It's okay. But
you're right.
So I started off like just thinking that way, like I would want to be a dietitian, and then just kind of going through it. Then I went to psychology, because it was like more for like helping, like the idea of maybe helping people through like mental crises or like adjustment periods. But then communication made so much more sense, because it was like openly creative, but also at the same time very interpersonal, and also exercises a lot of empathy in the sense of how we connect.
Yeah.
And definitely while I was here, I got to one thing that really just made me love communication, something that I'm doing currently, is that I got to do some undergraduate research for the KURS Summer Scholar Program. the summer before I graduated.
Yeah.
And we did advocacy research, looking through media frames, and it was like a blast just to help and support or figure out how to change the narrative of common media frames regarding transgender and or non-binary community. And it was like a 2-part like kind of interview where you would like do the research and go through that, and then you would get to actually go and interview people. And we did it mostly online, and I just loved that connection of being able to talk and hear people's stories and be able to advocate for them and just use it in a research for. So that was cool. Sorry if that made any sense.
No, that all makes
I feel like
perfect
sometimes I
sense.
ramble a lot. So
No, that's fine. We ramble on this podcast too. So
It's kind of the modus operandi. I think I'm saying that right. Modum operandi?
I don't know Latin. I don't know Latin, so I
A
wouldn't
little
know.
before my time.
All I know is re means again.
Re means again.
Again.
I was gonna be like, it means light. I didn't take any Latin.
Wow.
Like re.
Re-
Do, re, mi, fa, sol,
Do
la,
light.
ti.
Do light.
No light over there.
And
I got an uncle from the bayou.
this is such just a random thing because like so when you were here, because I think they have it so you're required to take foreign language classes. Did you take any foreign language?
Actually, that is very interesting. I never took a foreign language.
Is it
once.
required now?
I don't know if is it required currently for this major, like
I
comm major.
at least when I was coming in,
I
they
think that's
told me.
I think that's with your scholarship, maybe, because it's not.
Unless
I took French in high school. That's it.
because even if it's not the major, doesn't gen ed require like
No.
I had to do PE. I had to do a
It
walk
requires a
class,
physical
like a
education
jogging.
course.
They told me I had to take
What
foreign
language did you take?
I took German because
Well, Guten Tag, it is. What's the German word for useless?
I wouldn't be able to
I
tell
know.
you. Look, okay, so I've been taking German. The reason I chose German was because I had a teacher in 8th grade. Why German was an option in 8th grade, I don't know, but I loved it. And his name was Herlader. And he was like a super short, like kind of stocky white guy with like this pot belly. Like if he played Santa Claus at the mall, he would be the perfect Santa Claus. And he would start each class with, okay, I'm gonna say this. Please forgive my pronunciation. I hope I say this. He started off with Guten Tag, meine Lehrerin. Ich hoffe, Sie sind glücklich und gesund. And that just makes it just means like I hope you're happy and healthy. And he started off like every class with that. And I know it was so wholesome. And I grew to love the language because I started associating him with the language. And so that's why I continue to take it. Or even like sometimes I'll like watch anime in German. I was like I'll watch random shows in German because I'm just like, he gave me such a respect for the language, and he was so happy about just teaching that I had to take it. So when I came here, I was like, I have to take German, but I was taking Japanese for a while because I did go to USC Columbia because I wanted to be able to watch anime without the subtitles.
Honestly, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, you have to read.
Yeah.
So like my aspiration has always been to like be like a polyglot on the side. It's like, so someone who learns like a lot of languages is really proficient in them.
Oh, okay.
There are people out there, who are like proficient in like 7 or 8 languages. Like it could never be me. I might type off at like 3 or 4, but I said I wanted to learn. Of course, I speak English already. I wanted to learn Korean. I want to be fluent in German. I feel like I have to speak Spanish, and then I wanted to also learn like Japanese or something like that.
If you ever need someone to talk to German with, my Oma is always looking for someone to speak, as well as my Aunt Audie. So like if you ever need, her first language was German, so she just like always loves like speaking German with people. And I know my aunt sometimes like has taught like neighbors and like some of her friends some German. So if you ever need someone,
That's such a sweet thing.
I cannot speak German, but they can. If you need to,
Did they ever get onto you for not speaking German?
So my Oma and my grandfather grandfather's name was Honey. We never called him like Opa, or it was just Honey. He was really sweet. So it kind of made sense that his name was Honey. But they spoke German, and then they kind of used it as like a secret language. So my dad and my aunt never learned, but he knows like my dad can hear conversations and understand them, but he's not like fluent. And I'm currently learning Spanish, but because of my boyfriend's family mostly lives in Colombia, not South Carolina, but South America. And so I'm about to get onto Rosetta Stone. I would suggest that.
I'm curious because we were throwing around the words open mic earlier. Do you host open mics or?
So Open Mic Performance Pro is a kind of a business and agency that is incredible. Actually, I got connected with them right after graduating from Dr. Williams. But I loved his class and just like learning. That was my only got to really, I guess it was really cool because it was like for the news production. There's production sides, you got to use the cameras. And he suggested if anyone's interested in acting, let me know, and I let him know. And then I got a text seeing if I could be at the Partridge by 7 a.m. the next day, and I could. And that's how I got connected with Open Mic, because I got Miss Michelle's number, and she's the head. Kind of started it with her two sons, Caleb and Josh. And
yes,
it's incredible. I love it.
I have such a deep fondness for Caleb and Josh. I'm not going to get into that here, but I truly love them like true brothers. We're not even related, but I aspire to be like them. I'm not a twin, but I aspire to be like
I'm going to have to talk to you a little bit after the podcast about that, because that sounds really interesting.
Yes.
It's
so
amazing. I love it.
I'm trying to get into as many local talent pools as I can just to meet new people.
So since we're on the topic, I guess I can plug their Instagram. Follow them at openmic_perform pro. They also have a website that we are going to link in the description.
Please check out the website.
Please check out the website.
Sign up to be a member. It's incredible.
We're doing pretty cool stuff. We have acting workshops every week on Sundays and Mondays with Joyce Skinner.
And you can just go to it. Does it cost money? Or
sign up for
this is now a commercial.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm getting excited.
My goodness.
I love talking about open mic.
These services are so amazing. How much does this service cost?
If anything, this is not an average. I just want people to know. I could go on for 20, 30. You might need a tap on the glass. I'm talking about.
No, because I am the same way, and I get so happy because I like to find people. We literally just got a podcasting room, and this is a podcasting class.
That's crazy.
So
I want to know, how much does this cost?
It is actually not bad. So your starting fee, I believe, is $135. But the thing is, you get what really is cool about, I guess, starting fee is a one-time fee for a membership. Is annual, just fee.
Yeah, for the start. Yeah, for the starting fee, it's $135. And that's just to become a member, But you get access to a whole bunch of different. So I know. Like I said, we have acting classes weekly with Joyce Skinner. We will also link his Instagram and some of the stuff that he's done in the description. But I know he's worked on Black Lightning and a couple of other works. He's so cool.
He has a movie that he directed that he was a nominee for the NAACP Image Awards.
Yes.
And it is on Netflix right now. Yeah.
Yes.
Netflix money.
Also, something I just kind of wanted to say that I was really thankful after graduating AU, I did start with open mic, and that was my first time. I did some minor just acting things for friends here at AU, and that was fun. And that kind of helped me kind of sign up and be a part of just kind of an acting part there for a short film they did, My Side. And currently I'm also still acting, but I am doing, graphic design work as well for them. So communication majors, they gave me my first opportunity to be commissioned to do a business's website. as well as they give you opportunities to learn and work in all forms of the media production field with hands-on guided experience that teaches you how to use the camera, also how to act, how to really, it's really like the hardest part, I would say, is the hurry up and wait. It teaches you how to be patient, because sometimes you're going to be sitting there for a good, like, because there's a lot going on, a good amount of hours, like especially in any behind the scenes cinema or movie. It's like, that's a big principle right there, is that you have to, if you've ever been on a movie set, it is a lot of hurry up, wait, be in your place, be ready. And I think that also helps with your just patience too, like just growing all together. So that's like a big thing about it. It's been great.
We actually just hosted not last week, the week before last, on April 4th, a Let's Talk Film event. And from what I hear and understand, they're trying to make it an annual thing. So we get people, within the industry to come down, let's talk film. So, and I think that's so important, especially for like budding creatives like ourselves. And I also really try to promote it, especially within the communications department, because I hear a lot of communication students saying like, I love communications, but right now the department is focused on like the journalism aspect, which is so great. I also hear a lot of communication students talk about, I also want to have more creative freedom. I want to be able to do more stuff outside of just say a newsreel or a news package, or be able to work the switchboard and be a director, and work a TriCaster. So I feel like it gives you that opportunity, especially to branch out. So like I started as a like PA, a production assistant, and now I'm taking acting classes. Y'all,
she's really good.
I am not really good.
I've seen you.
I'm glad no one will see anything from the acting class I had with Joyner. It was bad. And I had fun, but it was bad.
Film is such a tricky thing, especially since I feel like with the area that we're in, we often feel like in order to break into the film industry or the TV industry, you'll have to go somewhere like New York or Atlanta or LA. I'm not trying to move all the way out there to break in.
Can I just drop an actual information bomb real quick?
Yes.
The bar for entry for any form of creative endeavor is lower than it has ever been in history. Anything you want to learn, truthfully, if you have a passion for it, if there's anything you want to learn, YouTube. There are tutorials on YouTube. If you don't have the right software, there are ways to get different software.
Yeah. DaVinci Resolve if you can't afford Premiere Pro.
The bar for entry for doing what you want to do on a artistic level literally boils down to how fast can your fingers move on Google right now.
But also like the community surrounding that.
And community support,
like community support, as well as you can learn things like that, but just kind of being within open mic, it's it is especially with what the post-production team does, it's a whole set of people running audio, stuff you can't do just by yourself, I guess, but you can learn. And I agree, because that's how I learned Photoshop, was YouTube. I had to last time we were at open mic, I just briefly opened it up and showed some basics to someone, and I said, honestly, the best way to go is choose something a little challenging on YouTube, follow those steps, and just grow. Anything's on the internet with software to learn, but
go out and fail.
I honestly just go out and just try everything, and it's okay if you're not great at it, because that's the part of learning and growth. Just just open yourself up and just do it, I guess. This is not sponsored by Nike, but just do it.
This is sponsored by all my love and support. Go out there and fail, and don't be afraid to fail.
Please don't.
That's a good I'm gonna start saying that to myself in the morning. Just that's my new morning aspiration. Just fail.
And it's so important.
Just keep failing up.
You really learn from failing. You're not gonna learn by winning all the time, and that's something that I really have to get used to, especially going out in life, especially as a student. I am a straight A student, y'all. I pride myself in that academic validation goes absolutely bonkers.
Them high fives from your friends.
Can I high five you? That's insane. That's
so
awesome.
I joke with Bree sometimes that she's like, oh, I have a 4.0, and me knowing that I'm sitting at a 4.0, you think you better than me because you have your 0.10?
Y'all are
10
brilliant.
points higher.
I got I think mine is like 3.8 right now. I think I got a B 2 years ago and I never recovered.
I feel like the
B or a
bad
C or something.
student in the room. My GPA was
Don't
not.
worry, it's not on purpose.
Exactly. But that's the best part. Like, as a creative.
Yeah, and so like my GPA, like, and that was the thing, was like another thing that I really loved about AU is that like I got all the opportunities to help my GPA, because like and just because it took me a while to learn how to be kind of a good student or to get motivated. It really wasn't until I switched to this major where I was like, it clicked, and it was like, I want to be fully immersed in that. And that's something I would like to say to any graduating student is really try to do what you love to do. And if you love doing what you do, you'll be more motivated to succeed and put more effort in. And so I know there's a lot of different opportunities and maybe ways that like after graduation you're pulling, but really like kind of go back to like what is going to make me happy and what will also, you know, benefit or grow. Because like one thing I can say about just trying new things as well as just kind of keeping yourself open, like just because you'll just grow more. But just keep also what you're interested in. Just make sure you're doing things that also fulfill you as well, like, and trying to make money and use your degree too. But
Well, I think that is everything and all the time that we have for today. Dean, can you take us out?
I'm so happy to take us out. Thank you for listening to today's episode of How You Been. How You Been has been hosted by me, Dean Gossett Jr., and
Simone Cummings.
our producer today is Brie Law, and our editor is going to be Kayshawn King. How You Been is a part of the Comcast Podcast Network at Augusta University. The ideas and opinions expressed during this podcast are those of students enrolled in Com 3340 Podcasting and Audio Production and do not reflect those of Augusta University. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. Bye.
Bye, and thank you so much, Mary.
thank you so much for letting me be on my first podcast. Hopefully
Hopefully,
yeah,
we'll do
it was
more.
a lot of fun. Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.